Ketchup. Ketchup didn't start with tomatoes, and that already sounds crazy. The original ketchup came from China in the 17th century, and it was actually a fermented fish sauce called ketchup. No tomatoes, no sugar, just salty umami. When it reached Europe, people started experimenting. Mushrooms, walnuts, even oysters were used before tomatoes finally became the star in the 1800s. Today, ketchup is sweet, tangy, and everywhere, especially in America, where people consume millions of tons every year. Fun fact: early versions of tomato ketchup were even sold as medicine. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is one of the simplest sauces ever, but also one of the most dangerous to mess up. It's just egg yolk, oil, and acid. But if you mix it wrong, it breaks instantly. The name likely comes from the French city of Mahon, after a victory in 1756. Since then, Mayo has taken over the world, from burgers to sushi. In Russia and many post-Soviet countries, it's basically a national obsession. And here's a wild fact: Mayo is technically an emulsion, meaning you're forcing two liquids that don't mix to become one. Soy sauce. Soy sauce is over 2,000 years old, and it hasn't changed much. It was created in China as a way to stretch salt, which used to be extremely expensive. By fermenting soybeans with wheat and mold, people created a deep, rich umami flavor that could transform any dish. Today, Japan, China, and Korea all have their own versions. Some are light and salty, others are dark and sweet. And here's the crazy part: real soy sauce can take months or even years to ferment. Barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is not just one sauce, it's a whole culture. In the United States, every region has its own style. Texas prefers smoky and spicy, Kansas City loves thick and sweet, and Carolina goes for vinegar-based sauces. The origins go back to indigenous cooking methods mixed with European ingredients. Over time, sugar, molasses, and tomatoes were added, creating the rich sauces we know today. BBQ sauce is all about balance: sweet, smoky, tangy, and sometimes spicy all at once. Mustard. Mustard is one of the oldest sauces in the world, dating back to ancient Rome. The Romans mixed crushed mustard seeds with wine to create a spicy paste. The name comes from must, meaning grape juice. Today there are hundreds of types, from smooth Dijon in France to bright yellow American mustard. And here's something surprising: mustard seeds can stay inactive for years, but once crushed and mixed with liquid, they release that sharp, burning flavor almost instantly. Pesto. Pesto comes from Italy, specifically the city of Genoa. The name comes from the word pestare, which means to crush. Traditionally, pesto is made using a mortar and pestle, crushing basil, garlic, pine nuts, cheese, and olive oil. It's fresh, aromatic, and completely different from cooked sauces. What's interesting is that the concept of pesto is ancient. Romans had similar sauces long before tomatoes even existed in Europe. Ranch. Ranch dressing is one of the most popular sauces in the US, but it was actually invented by a plumber. In the 1950s, Steve Henson created it while working in Alaska, and later served it at his ranch in California. The combination of buttermilk, herbs, garlic, and onion became a hit. Today, ranch is used for everything: salads, pizza, wings, even fries. In fact, Americans love ranch so much that it outsells ketchup in some places. Teriyaki. Teriyaki isn't just a sauce, it's actually a cooking method from Japan. The word teriyaki comes from two Japanese words: teri, meaning shine, and yaki, meaning grilled or cooked. That glossy shine you see on the sauce, it comes from sugar caramelizing during cooking. Traditionally, teriyaki is made with soy sauce, mirin, and sugar, creating a perfect balance of salty and sweet. It became popular worldwide thanks to Japanese cuisine, but many modern versions are actually sweeter and thicker than the original. And here's a cool fact: in Japan, teriyaki isn't used as much as people think. It's way more popular in Western countries. And that's just a few sauces. There are way more out there. So if you want part 2, subscribe if you love food like this. More videos coming soon.